Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my Game Week 8 Premier League predictions. We got another big weekend of Premier League football to look forward to, so make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and let's get into my predictions. Of course, the first game comes from Kenilworth Road tomorrow. It's a lunchtime kickoff as Luton Town take on Tottenham Hotspur at Kenilworth Road. I don't even know the last time we played Luton. Have we ever even played Luton before? I have no idea. But to be honest, I'm expecting a win from Tottenham tomorrow. Last week against Liverpool, Liverpool fans probably say we cheated, but it wasn't our fault, it's the ref's fault. So Liverpool fans, don't complain at us, complain at the referee and VAR. Overall, I thought the first half was decent. The start of the second half was good, but I think after Jota got sent off, I think the performance wasn't that good. We didn't really have much creativity, and the performance wasn't as good, and the performance when after Jota got sent off wasn't really up to expectations and up to high standards. But yeah, to be honest, I felt we should win this game. Luton, they're not the best team. That they are pretty much the worst team in this league, alongside with Sheffield United. I did watch Luton last Saturday as they beat Everton 2-1 at Goodison Park. I thought the first half was a bit, it's in the middle, to be fair. I thought, well, literally for the first half it was one chance for Everton, but the next minute it was Luton. But the second half was all Everton in my opinion. I don't think Luton really played that well in the second half. Everton, I don't know how they didn't score, to be honest. But prediction, I think Spurs will win. I'm going to go 4-0 to Tottenham. Come on, you Spurs. Stay tuned for the preview, vlog, and reaction to the game. And of course, the first 3 o'clock kickoff is from Turf Moor. It is Burnley against Chelsea. And Chelsea actually won a Premier League game. And Mykhailo Mudryk actually scored a goal. I know. You know what? Fair play to Mudryk. I don't think it was that bad against Fulham on Monday night. The game in general was all right, to be fair. And I thought Chelsea, for the first time in forever, they actually played football. They actually played really, really good football. For once, I was actually really impressed with the way Chelsea played. But for once, I was actually impressed with the way that Chelsea played. Burnley have got their first win of the season. They beat Luton the other day on Tuesday, sorry. Burnley got their first win of the season in that rescheduled game with Luton on Tuesday. I didn't watch the game, but I have just seen the highlights. The game looked pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie, but I think the way Chelsea played on Monday night, they're just gonna put that performance into the game tomorrow. But I'm sure the Burnley fans will get behind their team. But I'm gonna go with a Chelsea win. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Chelsea. And of course, the next game is from Goodison Park. It is Everton against Bournemouth. Now, of course, like I said, I did watch Everton on the weekend as they lost 2-1 at home to Luton Town. Like I said, the first half was pretty even. It was chance for Everton, chance for Luton, chance for Everton, chance for Luton. But the second half, in that game, the Toffees absolutely dominated. I don't know how Everton didn't get a point or even take all 3. The amount of chances that Everton had. Bournemouth, of course, they come into this game after losing at home to Arsenal, which, I'm sure Bournemouth will be a bit disappointed about. But to be fair, Bournemouth have had a tough start to the season. They've had to play teams like Tottenham, Arsenal. It's been a tough start to the season, but I think this is a game that Bournemouth could actually win, and Andoni Iraola can actually show to the other fans in the Premier League, this is what I can do, and this is what I can do, and this is how I can take Bournemouth forward from now on. I think this is a massive game for Bournemouth, which they actually could win, to be fair. But it's gonna be a tough game for Bournemouth. Goodison Park away, Goodison Park's a tough place to go. Even though at the moment it is a bit of a toxic atmosphere at the moment at Goodison Park. But I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I think Everton will snatch a point, so I'm going to go 2-2. And of course, the next game is from Craven Cottage. It is Fulham against Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United come into this game after getting pretty much battered by West Ham. Well, according to Ollie, well, I can't really remember to be fair, but Sheffield United didn't really play that well against West Ham. And, you know, I'm actually quite surprised that Paul Heckingbottom is still in charge of Sheffield United, to be honest, you know. It's, mate, I'm sorry, if Sheffield United keep playing, if Luton and Sheffield United keep playing the way they're playing at the moment, literally, they could both be relegated by, I don't know, February, March. They generally could. They actually could, because both of them are just crap, and God knows what's going to happen when they play against each other. I don't even know when they play each other. But you know, Fulham were quite poor on Monday night against Chelsea. I don't think they were really that good. And you know, Fulham don't really have a goal scorer, to be fair. So maybe Sheffield United could maybe get a point or maybe take all three here. But Fulham, you know, I'm gonna back them to win. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Fulham. And of course, the next game is Manchester United versus Brentford at Old Trafford. And for me, you know, of course, Man United come into this game after losing against Galatasaray in the Champions League on Tuesday. And I did watch the game, and to be honest, I thought United were really, or as angry, didn't you say, as United. Oh my god! Oh, Angry Jim's like, what a guy! If you don't know who he is, you know, oh, what a legend, honestly. But anyway, I did watch United on Tuesday in the Champions League against Galatasaray. I thought United. Oh, I need to stop, honestly. So I thought United played quite well in the first half against Galatasaray. You know, Rasmus Højlund with 2 goals. I thought he did well. You know, United created some chances in that game, but you know, I just thought all 3 of Galatasaray's goals were just really poor defending from Man United. You know, the first one, Dallas got to do better. The second one's crap. The third one's, honestly, the second goal's just terrible. United lose the ball, pass it in, and then he scores. And then the third goal as well, like, no one's marking Icardi. I think it's like Linda, I don't know, but one of the defenders was playing Icardi on side. It's just all 3 of Galatasaray's goals was poor defending from United. They haven't won. Man United are bottom of their Champions League group. They've got Copenhagen next in their next UCL game, which they've got to win, to be honest. But you know, United won't. They don't need to worry about their game at the moment. Brentford haven't actually won in a long time. What's going on with Brentford at the moment? What's going on with Wiese? What's going on with Mbeumo? They're not cooking. They're not scoring goals. They were cooking at the start of the season. What's going on? I've had to take them out of my FPL team because they're not doing now. They're not doing well. Not good enough. I'm not happy. But you know, I think United will win. Even though United at Old Trafford recently in the Prem haven't really been doing that well, but I think United will win. I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester United. And of course, the next game is for Saturday Night Football. Bit of a weird game to put on Sky on the Saturday night. It's Palace versus Forest. Well, I mean, this could actually be a decent game. You know, 2 decent teams, Palace and Forest. Palace, they actually beat Man United last time out, so they got revenge after United knocked out Palace in the Carabao Cup last week. Forest drew with Brentford, which is quite a good result, to be fair, for Nottingham Forest. I think this game could go either way. I think Palace could win this game. Forest could win this game. This could really go either way, to be fair. I reckon this game will have goals, you know. I reckon this game will have goals. I'm going to go with a 4-goal thriller of Palace 2, Forest 2. I'm going to go 2-2 at Selhurst Park. I reckon goals in this game. I don't know why. I have a feeling there's going to be goals. And of course, we kick off Super Sunday at the Amex Stadium. It is Brighton and Hove Albion versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, you know, saying, you know, they got robbed against Tottenham. Well, I mean, by the way, guys, if you haven't heard the audio of Luis Diaz disallowed goal against us, my God, I mean, it's just shocking from VAR. Basically, you know, to draw the lines, well, they drew the lines, to be fair. And but I think what VAR should have said to the ref, they should have said check complete onside. VAR just said to the ref check complete. and I think the ref must have thought offside, but it was just crap, to be honest. Because both teams played yesterday. Brighton came from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 away at Marseille, which is a very good result. And Liverpool won the McAllister derby as Liverpool beat the Belgian side Union Saint-Gilloise 2-0, I think it was. Of course, if you don't know, Alexis McAllister's brother Kevin McAllister actually plays for Union Saint-Gilloise, so there was a bit of a McAllister derby going on at Anfield, but I didn't watch Liverpool. I don't really know how they played. I was watching Villa versus Szyrinski. Of course, we'll speak about Villa in a second. We'll speak about Villa in a couple of minutes. But, this won't be an easy game for Liverpool. Of course, Alexis McAllister returns to Brighton. Of course, he left Brighton to join Liverpool in the summer. I wonder what reception he'll get from the Brighton fans. For me, I reckon Liverpool might struggle here. Brighton are a good team. Brighton did really well in their first ever European away day, 2-0 down, and they came back to get a point. They did well, Brighton, to be fair. So I'm going to go the same score as Thursday night in Brighton's game. I'm going to go Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. 2-2. And of course, the next game is West Ham against Newcastle. And, and oh my God. Wow, Newcastle, what a performance on Wednesday night. 4-1 win against Paris Saint-Germain at home. Absolutely unbelievable. I watched the game. I thought Newcastle were brilliant. By the way, I have actually uploaded a reaction on TikTok to the game as the goals went in. And I just wasn't expecting that performance from Newcastle, I thought PSG might actually show some fight and some passion, because literally before kick-off, all the PSG fans were taking over Newcastle city centre. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. But Newcastle, though, what a performance. They were absolutely fantastic. I thought the whole team was brilliant. PSG were dreadful. Mbappe was terrible. For me, I think this is going to be a long day at the office for West Ham. I think Newcastle are a team no one really wants to play against at the moment. They're absolutely brilliant at the moment, I wonder how West Ham are feeling, because they're playing a team that just beat PSG 4-1. But yeah, I think Newcastle will win. I'm going to go 3-0 to Newcastle. And of course, the next game is Wolves against Aston Villa. And I might need to keep my voice down, because there is a Villa fan in this house. So I might need to be careful about what I say. But yeah, of course, Aston Villa won 1-0 last night. They beat they beat Szyrinski Mostar 1-0 in the Europa Conference League. I did watch the game. I mean, it should have been way more than 1-0. I mean, you know what? Fair play to Szyrinski. At the back, I thought they were absolutely brilliant. So fair play to Szyrinski in that game. But it's like saying my last name. But anyway, fair play to Szyrinski, because I thought at the back, I thought they were really good. But honestly, Villa though, mate, it should have been way more than 1-0. It should have been about 5-0 to Villa. If Villa simply would have put their bloody chances away, which they didn't. And Wolves, by the way, they beat Man City. They actually won. I didn't watch the game, but Cody did last week. Obviously, he's a City fan. And apparently, and also, to be fair, one of my mates from football, who's a Man City fan, was at the game. But apparently, Man City played really bad against Wolves, and Wolves were really good. And, of course, Hwang Chan. Pep, the funny thing is, Pep said in his press conference about the Korean guy. Well, Pep said in his press conference about Neto, and he said, the Korean guy. And then it's just quite funny, because the Wolves Twitter admin, when he scored, put brackets, the Korean guy, which is quite funny. But, I think this will be a good game, in my opinion. I think Wolves will be quite confident after the win against Man City last week. Villa, even though they won 1-0, but it should have been way more than 1-0, to be honest, against Szyrinski yesterday. But I think Villa will win. It's gonna be a scrappy game, I think the atmosphere will be quite good inside Molineux, but I'm gonna go 2-1 to Villa. And of course, the final game of the weekend, it's game of the weekend. It's Arsenal versus Manchester City. It's last season's two title challengers going head to head again. one team, and of course both teams were in action in the Champions League in midweek. Arsenal lost to Lens, who were 15th in Ligue 1. 15th! I mean, oh my god. And Man City 3-1 win against RB Leipzig at the Red Bull Arena. But Arsenal, who loses against Lens? They've literally lost their best player, Oponda, to Leipzig, the team that City beat. But I didn't watch the game, but apparently Lens were really good. So, but yeah, that's why I got top. Apparently Lens were really, really good. And of course, you know, a big concern for Arsenal is Bukayo Saka. Will he be fit for this game? I think he got substituted in the Champions League game in France on Tuesday, so that's a bit of a concern. And you know, if he is out, that means Saka and Martinelli are both out, which is quite a big loss to be fair. But Man City, you know, they've got no John Stones, they've got no Rodri. Well, both teams are missing big players to be fair, so it's up for grabs to be fair. It really could go either way. But you know, of course, I think Arsenal have the advantage. The game's at the Emirates. Every time Arsenal play against a big team, the atmosphere's always rocking. You know, we saw it a couple of weeks ago in the North London derby. The atmosphere is rocking. We saw it as well against Manchester United. For me, this will be tough for City. It won't be easy. I think City could lose here, considering Arsenal are quite good at home. But I think they'll rescue a draw. And fun fact, actually, Arsenal haven't actually beaten City at home since 2015. I bet you didn't know that. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2, 4 goals, 2-2. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.